It is my prayer and hope that this video is going to find you when you're in good health and doing fine. I'm also doing fine on this peripheral end, as you can see. Guys, let me know where you're watching this video from. Which country, which state, which continent, and which region. I'm coming live from the Middle East. And I'm doing fine, as you can see. So guys, Gintu finally has been served. And the reasons why I'm saying Gintu has been served with a deceased and ceased letter. This morning, Gintu decided to take it to the social media space, more so the YouTube's wavelength, and ranted. And the kind of ranting itself is quite despicable, because we could see the rattled Gintu who came to vent in the emotions and allowed the emotion to carry him so faster and exuded the unthinkable. Well, on this video today, we are going to deliberate on the discussions of the C and deceased letter that Gintu was served. In which manner? Because Gintu have not read as the letter, have not have the letter either, but the kind of a response and a feedback that Gintu has given out, it's quite shocking. Indeed, this one is a shocking video going forward. It was just an insult after an insult, including the law firm. Well, I want to tell you there is implication with what Gintu himself has decided to engage into. And I'm going to use Gintu's video to illustrate and tell you how Gintu himself went at a raid was wild because Gintu was served. And Gintu talked numerous number of issues and repeating the same mistake that the letter is addressing him never to do. You know, at this moment, Gintu is very ready, as Gintu is threatening. And if you want to know how Gintu did it, I advise you stay tuned on this channel, because more is going to be unraveled at the progression stages of this video. So if you're coming across this video for the very first time on this channel, kindly click on the notification bell, subscribe, so that whenever I upload a video, YouTube shall notify you instantly. My loyal subscriber, may God bless you abundantly. So let's dive in straight away. My name is Zach and this is my YouTube channel. So guys, let's just dive in straight away. Gintu have gone Berserk and Gintu has turned an enemy to himself. Gintu has continued to dig more hole unto himself and is digging deeper and deeper, and very soon Dinku and Gintu himself shall be no more. No more herein, I mean, Gintu shall be vanquished. Gintu shall pay more than he can chew. Gintu very soon, thinking that is the village champion, nobody can really silence Gintu. But the main discussion that we want to deliberate on is not how Gintu could be silenced. It is how Gintu himself is destroying himself. And at the end, who and what and how Gintu could be made to obey the law and order. Because what Gintu has decided to engage himself into, it is criminal. It is hate speech. It is the invasion of somebody's private life. And Gintu is confessing himself to having a confidential information of particular person without their consent. Makosa. So Gintu, I want to tell you other things that you don't know, so that these things shall be sealed into your skull and you understand. I hope you will. The problem with you is like, you listen to people who cannot help you. You listen to people who want to do drama with you. And here, it's not a drama. I'm here because of the business. I'm here because I want to educate you on other kind of principles. I hope you will hear and understand them going forward. So guys, Gintu has decided to talk despicably and in a rage, a lot of threats. Before I come and put everything into perspective, let's listen to Gintu disparaging Gintu in an attempt of gesturing and hurling insults to the law firm and the lawyers and rubbishing the letters going forward.
I've received much of the intimidations and also I've received much of the information from Ceci Bogo, and the real fact is I don't have to this kind of the fucking bullshits that gonna be coming out with this kind of the psychopaths that gonna be bringing to my own affidavit. And what I can just tell this kind of the people is one-on-one is this way. So Mr. Ceci Bogo, wherever you are, I'm not interested with your stupidity and nonsense, because you cannot send me a letter that you are just sending me a letter that is coming through my own WhatsApp and thinking about you're gonna be making other things that are gonna be this and this and this. I'm not interested with this kind of the stupid law firms you are just using, which are not even accommodatable to my own affidavit. You are just coming talk about, oh, it is a letter from I don't know where, and I don't know. Even I don't read such kind of the sheets which cannot even give me any kind of attention, which is a very stupidical, very funny, and we can just call it a gunic things that you are just bringing out as an ordinance, and which is whenever we calculate our own portfolio as we are not interested with that one. If you are interested with the Pasi, go and be interested with the Pasi, but not it's Gintu. Whenever you come to Gintu, now you are just touching other businesses, because now you want now Gintu to come out clearly and tell you who you are, because if you want Gintu now to come out and tell you who you are and where you are just living and where you are living in the USA, I can just tell. Even I have your phone number. Don't think I'm just a small boy the way you think. And if you think all the people are just small boys like the way you are using the stupid law firm, this is not even coming to categorize my own affidavit. It's the same way I told Pass whenever she came to tell me that, Gintu, do you know what? I've received a letter from this Mr. Ceci Mbogo talking about, oh, we're gonna be refiling, I don't know what and what and what, we have to adjust and talk about this and that and this. We are not interested with that one. So the only thing that you can just don't think about, you just send letters to AMQAROL, you send letters to ONTRENDING, you send letters to a Pass, you send letters to every kind of an individual, and think about now you can send it to Gintu, that you can just stop Gintu, because you have had now much of the stupid videos that you are ever sending, and just the videos that you are exposing your own munjulus, which is just, we can call it a cucumber, and think about we are just going to vamoose our own selves and talk about, oh, now this kind of a person, oh, because now this kind of the lady has been sending this and this and this and this. Now you want to bring it out thinking Gintu is intimidated. I have the video, I have even your cucumbers, how they are wilting. So it doesn't come to my own reasoning that people can come out and talk about, oh, Gintu, this kind of a person is now going to file a case. Go and file. You are just a defiler. You are just a molester. And you are coming here to talk about, oh, now you want to intrude Gintu and know that now the things are going to be coming out clearly. I'm something else. I'm NBI, Nyabuhanse Bureau of Investigation. Do you want me to tell you the name of your daughter? Do you want me to tell you the name of your wife, starting with H? Do you want me to tell you the phone number that you are using in the house? I have everything. So don't think that we cannot get everything from you. The fact is one. If you want us, and it was a little bit, I wanted to give Pasi the number so that she can call and your wife can receive the phone call and be told that this is the stupidity that you are coming to Kenya to do. And right now you think about, oh, now you can insinuate Gintu, you can just do this and this. I'm not interested with the psychopathic and stupidity of the highest order, because I'm not a person who can just come out and talk about, oh, now I'm just pointing with a finger that, oh, you are just a this and that. I'm not interested in such kind of the single acknowledge, something that is not even, you are just going to look for a person who is
and
not
indeed,
even a graduate.
it's a video that if you listen to, and if you're a person of sane mind, and you know how the law itself works, whenever you are served a D and C letter, therefore you understand the ramification it carries with itself. You understand how such kind of letter should be treated. and you understand how you should behave going forward. Other people decide to keep quiet rather than coming to listen. Gintu, I want to tell you, you'd better stay away. You could have kept quiet. But because you are waging a war that you don't know how you will finish it, therefore the war shall be brought unto your own door. It's not a threat. The war herein, I'm referring to the law. Because you are opening the can of worms, and the worms shall be having the liberty to abscond their can and to find their own way into your underpant. I don't know how you will have to treat 3 or 4 worms in your magic stick or in your undernadder. A question to think about, and it's a food for thought. Guys, that video alone is despicable, as I've said it several times. We want to look at how Gintu has accused and has referred to cease and desist letter, and how Gintu has called the lawyers and the law firm that has served him the letters. Gintu has accused them and has called them, has referred them to 10 or to 11 things so despicable, so unprintable, that we want to discuss herein. Number 1, Gintu is lamenting intimidation. All people, even on trending, even JT, because those are the people who were served and came in Limelight and Percy, lamented on intimidation. They said that Cecil is intimidating them. I want to say it for the second time. There is no intimidation. The cease and desist letter, when you served, it has got a number of articles that you are in breach of. It has got also a number of demands that the letter itself is addressing you to comply with. It has also got a statement of its intent that letting you know that if you fail to do so, 1, 2, 3, 4, therefore this will happen. We call them the mandatory statement. It is like a notice. The letter itself never told you to come and rant. Cease and desist letter is not an intimidation. It's to let you know what that letter is demanding of you. But whoever advises you to come and call it intimidation is just but sick. Now, between Gintu and the law firm and the lawyers and the law, who is intimidating anyone? Gintu is the one trying to intimidate the elephant, and yet Gintu is just like a rat. So Gintu is trying to intimidate Cecil herein, and Gintu is trying to intimidate the law and its machinery. We don't know how this one will end, but because I think it is a shocking story, but with a grotesque kind of an end, a story with the with the grotesque bad end and interesting end at the same time. It depends where you stand. Number 2, Gintu is calling these letters and lawyers as F and BS. It tells you, it's just called this letter as F and BS. A letter from a reputable law firm in Kenya. Even if you Google and you search, call the number, you'll know that reputable law firm. You are calling it F and BS. Guys, this is sacrilegious. This is impunity. And this one alone is introducing Gintu into the world of imbroglio. I don't know who is teaching these people that this is how people respond to C and D's these letters. If it's your subscribers are the one leading you to play such kind of drama, therefore, it will reach a point where all of them also shall dissipate. They won't be anywhere near to help. Number 3 is referring to such kind of letters and lawyers to be stupid or stupidity. When you are served a C and desist letter, the information contained herein is sacred and sacrilegious that nearly wants you to adhere to them. The failure of which not abiding to them, there is ramification. There is implication, not ramification. There is implication. And such kind of implication, it's soon coming. I don't want to unravel more. Gintu is also claiming that it's been served via WhatsApp, as if it is wrong. The laws of Kenya allows people to be served through WhatsApp, through email, even through phone calls. So long as it's delivered, there is a blue tick that shows that it's delivered. And that is it. And Gintu also has come and admitted that he received it. The reasons why they put the WhatsApp, because before it wasn't. Before, people ought to have been served physically. But still, people could still be served physically. The law still is inexistent. But the problem of people like Gintu, because police look for them, they run away. That's why the matter was taken to court to make easier, because these are technicalities that normally makes the case to flop before the case begins. Because people were playing pinky-punky games. That's why a law was made to address such kind of a gray hair, to include serving people through WhatsApp, through email, through their office, and pending such kind of court order or a cease and desist letter on their premises. That one, the court itself shall have deemed you served. It doesn't matter whether you see it or you didn't see it. So long as the judge or the magistrate pronounce himself or herself in a manner that such kind of letter should be served. So what is Gintu ranting about? The member of the lazy gang, most of the time I've been telling you people, you don't know what you're talking about. Because you don't know. So listen when I'm exuding wisdom to you. I hope such kind of wisdom shall be sealed into you. And you decipher all these kind of things. It's not about making a lot of noise. It's not about yes. Gintu is referring to that reputable law firm to be a stupid law firm. The reason best known to Gintu, because that is what Gintu has referred to it. You don't know, calling a law firm itself as stupid. It's so grievous. If Cecil took a legal suit for you, the court itself also is considering to sue you further, because now there is a double tragedy. That's why I'm referring, you are always digging deep the hole from your feet, and soon you're going to be swallowed completely. Referring to the same letter and law firm as goon. Referring the process of being served as goonery. Do you know the meaning of goon? Being served is not goon. Being served is a law requirement. Being served, it's entailed, entrenched, and embedded in our Kenyan constitution. So it is a law. Therefore, you cannot call such sacrilege act. It's sacrosanct. Being served itself is so spiritual. If I'm so religious, I could talk of it, if not sacrosanct. Being served entails the spirit of the law. Being served is a requirement of justice seeking. Therefore, you cannot abuse the spirit of the law to be goonery or to be of goons. Therefore, you are engaging in an act of sacrilege. And what is sacrilege? It's disobedience of an institution that is well embedded or known in the law, or an instrument of our social justice defender. And law firms are such kind of important instruments that are recognized with the Kenya of Constitution. So for you are abusing the spirit and the moral of the law itself. Gintu itself is also issuing threats both to Mr. Cecil and to the law firm. You can get the threat when Gintu said, you cannot serve me all this, you cannot stop me, because when you serve me all these things through WhatsApp, you don't know whom I am. Maybe you want me to come in a way that you never expected. That is threat. Whom are you threatening Gintu? The law? The courts? Cecil? The law firm? The lawyers? Whom are you threatening? You'll say that one in court. Gintu, I've just acknowledged that he is in possessions of Mr. Cecil's private numbers, the house number, the wife's number, the daughter's number, plus the daughter's name. Gintu have just confessed that. How you obtain such information? You'll be required to give such kind of evidence and talk it to court. More drama to yourself. You're digging your hole right to yourself. Therefore, you will have to blame other people. So bad. Remember at that time, he also came and said she's having IAM-MARWA, ATM card, bank account, plus everything. Gintu, you still don't understand the implication of what you have just engaged into. Gintu have embarked again to call Cecil's the same names audaciously to depict Mr. Cecil as a molester, a defiler. The question that I want to ask Gintu herein, whom have Mr. Cecil molested? Whom have Mr. Cecil defiled? The question, give an evidence. Who is having that evidence? Percy. And still, now is disputing Percy and telling Cecil to go back to Percy that is not Percy. To demean the status of Cecil himself. To demean. And this is Percy whom you are referring that Percy is having an evidence. Gintu, do you know the evidences that are in social media are not admissible in court? So what are you having? What pictures are you having? I want to ask you that. Guys, there are questions that majority of people are asking me. Why have Gintu decided to come out to talk this way? Why have Gintu decided to go wild and go berserk on the law firm and Mr. Cecil? Guys, before we delve into such kind of questions, allow me to take some kind of rest, or maybe I sip some water to quench my thirst as I yield to tackle such kind of a heavy question. Guys? So let's dive in, lest we forget after the question that I told you people are asking. Why would have Gintu decided to give threats and blackmail? Because Gintu is typically blackmailing according to Gintu's address. And that one is point number 11, that Gintu has just referred to that law firm, lawyers and resources. Typically, I can summarize all such kind of vexation from Gintu to be threats and blackmail. Well, the law shall take its place. Let's give the law its due process, because I'm neither a lawyer, nor a judge, nor a prosecutor. I'm just a patriotic Kenyan who is just loving their country so much and a law-abiding citizen. I mean no harm, I do no harm, but I'm just a responsible citizen who wants the greater people in a greater society to scale in a height of being the law-abiding citizen and creating order out of disorder. So let's dive in straight away. The reasons why Gintu have decided to go berserk. One, Gintu is rattled. This is how Gintu is rattled. Gintu is rattled because Gintu thought he wouldn't be served. Therefore, Gintu relaxed. Therefore, this letter is coming at a time where Gintu is building the house. And Gintu, what now Gintu is saying, Gintu now is saying the house is more important than even attending to court. It's more important than anything. Gintu have seen, if these people are now suing me now, therefore I want to be enabled to accomplish my project. So that is a stumbling block that is coming. That's why Gintu is rattled. That's why Gintu had to mix that video, if you watch the whole video, with now is building house and people are talking. That's number one. He's rattled and he fears as well. Now that kind of strength has dissipated. Gintu is rattled. Number two, ignorance is lack of knowledge or lack of information, because depending on the environment. And this one for Gintus and most people in Nyabohanse, they are suffering of what we call the environmental acquired stupidity syndrome, because they've stayed too much in the village such that even going to Migori sometimes a problem. They can even take 1 year without even stepping into Migori. Leave alone Migori, even just going to Kisumu, which is the third capital city of Kenya. What about Nakuru? What about Nairobi? What about Mombasa? Therefore, they've gone to school in the village. Gintu is a kind of a guy who have just gone to Nyabohanse boys school, Nyabohanse primary, Nyabohanse kindergarten, if there's something like that, Nyabohanse preparatory, Nyabohanse primary, Nyabohanse secondary school, Nyabohanse village polytechnic, and decided to be employed as a watchman, or as a guard, or as a bonsa in the Nyabohanse restaurant, bar, and club. Now Gintu is complete. Within Gintu's habitat, which is Nyabohanse itself, full of negativity and full of majority of people who are lacking information are the way withal to decipher such kind of letters. The surrounding itself dictates Gintu's culture, Gintu's personal values. Therefore, the ignorance is coming also from the environment that Gintu says, from the people who surrounds Gintu. That's why I'm saying it is acquired stupidity syndrome. This one is even more lethal more than HIV and AIDS. You know, HIV and AIDS is acquired immunodeficiency syndrome. That's AIDS. But this one is environmental acquired stupidity syndrome, which means its stupidity is acquired environmentally. People, what it does, the environment itself and what it consumes in a daily. So such kind of ignorance has just been exhibited through Gintu's rant. Now we've known. Number three, Gintu have come out to issue threats and blackmail and goes berserk because you cannot trust a fool in front of a camera. So Gintu is just a fool with a camera. What do you accept? You expect such kind of vexation, such kind of anger, such kind of berserk. You give a Gintu, you give people like Gintus or a fool a GoPro. What do you get out of them? You get such kind of hell. You get such kind of reasoning. You get such kind of low IQ. They know nothing, but they thrive in such kind of negativity. They thrive in such kind of culture. They thrive in this kind of stale vexations going forward. That is the problem. And the last one, what really made Gintu to come out this way? Because the mentality of a village champ. Gintu is a village champion in Nyaboanze. Gintu defeated everyone there because there is no one who can really take an action on Gintu. Therefore, Gintu feels that is a village champion because Gintu has been praised from everywhere that is now a village protector, is now a village champion. Now, that one itself has desilted and sunk in Gintu's head and making Gintu's head so big, now thinking that is a champion everywhere. Because if you have ever witnessed a village champion in your area, this is how they behave. What do Gintu flex on? Gintu normally flex of being a bouncer of a club. Have ever worked as a security guard in a reputable company where he beats particular people. That is Gintu's flex. Gintu flex because of his mouth. Gintu flex of other kind of things which are obsolete, things that have been written off. That is the flex of Gintu. While people in Nyaboanze are doing evergreen content, building houses, other people are going back to school. While Gintu is so busy impregnating baby mamas left and right. That is the character of Gintu, because Gintu is a village champion, and a village champ normally thrives in such kind of negativity. So Gintu feels that is a monument. Gintu thinks that is gigantic in the face of the law. My friend, the law normally flattens even the hugest mongrel, the enormous mountains, flat down. And it's time that Gintu must be flattened. For the people who are cheating you, your goose is cooked. Very soon, things are going to be unraveled and there will be no place to run to. Let me know your thoughts at the comment section and what you think. Until next time, this is your boy Oga the Top. See you later.